Jin Kazama top 10. Jin Kazama top 10. Alright, I'm gonna start off by giving three, no, honorable mentions. So let's get to it. So these are my top 10 Jin Kazama moves, like go-to moves, like moves that you should use more, in my opinion, when playing the character. So, if I'm gonna start by talking about movement now. If you play on arcade sticks, it's always easier to do wave dashing on arcade than it is on console. So yeah, wave dash. Talking about movement. This isn't part of the 10 list, but it's purely movement. Like wave dash, forward, neutral, down, forward, 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 neutral, down, forward, forward. Neutral just means like take a slight pause. That's what neutral means. So that's what it means. So basically, just do like the Hadouken kind of movement thing. That's how you wave dash. Because Jin is one of those characters that can wave dash. So let's get to it. So number 13. Remember, I'm gonna give 3 honorable mentions. Number 13, I put back to 1. Okay, back to 1. It is one of my favorite moves. It's good. It's a good 15 frame punisher for range. So it's got good range to it. There you go. 22 damage. It's not bad. Look at that. It's got good range. So if something is 15 frames or more with a big pushback, this is the move that you guys want to be doing to punish it. Next up, I've got down forward 1+2, which is Sugetsu strike, which has a parry, punch parry implemented. So if an opponent parries, boom, straight away. So if that's what you do if you think your opponent might use a punch type of move, and that's what you do. And and on that note, I should note that Jin is not part of his 10 is not part of the list, but Jin does have the best parry in the game, which is done by inputting back 1-3 or 1+3 or back 2+4. Okay. So yeah, it parries everything: headbutts, knees, punches, body barges, elbows, all of those. Parries them all, except from grabs. It doesn't parry grabs. So yeah, but one of the best parries in the game. Period. Straight. Yeah. So that's my number 12. Number 11, I've got his new move 3+4. I love this move. It's his power crush move. It's a high, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a throw animation, so yeah. But that I put at number 11. So at number 10, I put his can-cans down 3+4. Okay? That's your go-to launcher. It's got good range. I mean, like you can do it from there, just the back connect or the second hit will. I think that's the max range right there. But here, yeah, that's around the max range. So can-cans down 3+4. It's a good launcher. I think it launches from minus. I'm not gonna get this wrong. Hang on 1 second. I think it's 15 or 16 frames. Where is it? Yes, 15 frames. 15 frames launcher. So yeah, so it's a basic launcher. I thought it was 16 frames before, but it's 15 frames. But it is really punishable on block, so it's not a move that you would just want to throw out. I mean, you can throw it out every now and again, but it's really bad on block. It's at least minus 18 or minus 19. So be careful. Use it wisely. So next, I've got forward 3. This. Now you would use this when you're trying to mix up with like the hell sweep and stuff, because people would be scared of like the hell sweep. So that's when you would dash, forward, dash cancel, dash, wave dash, wave dash, wave dash, wave. maybe wave dash wave. Wave dash. Maybe. So it's a mix-up game. So you can do it out of your wave dash. Cancel. Also, forward 4 is good. It's not on my list, but because it's plus on block, but it doesn't really give anything. I mean, you have to guess what you're gonna do next, but it doesn't really give. Whereas forward 3, the duck, you get a launcher, and it's not really punishable. So, it's a win-win. Next, you got forward 4. This is his forward front thrust kick. It's a launching move on counter. It's a launching move on counter, and it's safe. So, you can go into stance by holding forward, and it goes in for mix-ups. Mind you, I think you're on minus when you go into stance, so I wouldn't recommend attacking if they block it. But if it hits, then usually you're on plus, so that you can go in for the mix-up. So if they block, try not to attack because they can interrupt your attacks because you're on minus. But if it hits, it connects, then you're free to go in for the mix-ups. So yeah, that's my number. That's my number 8. Number 7, I've got down forward 1-4. Okay? It's 13 frames Punisher, so and it wall splats. It doesn't knock down like it used to in Tag 2, but it does wall splat. It's a good move. It's, mind you, the seconds are high and it's not a natural combo, which means that your opponent can launch if they duck on reaction. So be wise. You've also got the mid option, which launches on finger, but that's highly sidesteppable. Like the roundhouse version kind of tracks. It's not a tracking move, but it kind of tracks a bit. So there's that. But the lay version, they can sidestep. So it's a 50-50 mix-up again. But if you know your punishers, then this is a 13 frame punisher. So if they're on minus 13 or more and within range, that's what you want to be using. Alright, so next I've got forward 1+2, which is this. Now this, my friends, this is a good punishment move. It's a natural combo, wall splats, and it's got decent range. I think the max range is around here because Jin kind of takes a step before doing it. So, right here, yeah, it's got good range. I believe it's 14 frames. It's 14 frames, so it's pretty good. If you block a move that's minus 14 or more within range, that's what you want to use to punish. So this is for 13 frames, and this is for 14 frames. Forward 1+2. It's an easy input, so yeah. Next, I've got his 10 frame punisher, which is 2-4. It's also a tailspin move. Yeah, this is one of the best 10 frame punishers in the game. It wall splats. There you go. It wall splats. Decent damage, 29. I think Gigas and one other character have the max damage. I think Gigas one is 31 damage, but his Gigas one leaves him more vulnerable. Whereas Jin, it's not a natural combo, so they can duck the second hit, but it's fairly safe on block anyway, so you're good if they don't duck. Yeah, so he's got one of the best 10 frame punishers in the game, so that's a really good 10 frame punisher. The range is alright, just like most other 10 frame. So yeah. Next I've got down forward 4. No, next I've got forward 2. Yeah. Okay, that's his pressure move, like closing in, safe. It's fairly safe, because I say fairly because he's on minus because of the pushback. Like I think 99% of the cast can't punish it. So most of the characters can't actually punish it. And it's not that you're not gonna get punished for using this move for the most part. Okay, you're not gonna get punished. He's on minus, but it's fairly safe. So it's a good move to throw out to close in. I mean, if they anticipate, they can sidestep it, but it's kind of hard to sidestep. So yeah. Next I've got down forward 4. This roundhouse. Yeah. It's the same principle as Lee's one. I mean, it launches on counter now. So there you go. Yeah, it launches on counter, so why not? Next I've got Hell Sweep down. I was trying to decide between Hell Sweep and counter hit 4. You know, I like them pretty much the same. No. I like counter hit 4 better, but Hell Sweep is a bit more subtle. I mean, not subtle, but like Jin's Hell Sweep compared to the other Mishimos, Jin's one's a bit obvious because it's kind of slow. Whereas if someone like Kazuya does his, you don't see it. With Jin, you kind of see it. You see him slide and then you see the delay come out. But with the Mishimos, either it hits you or it doesn't. So with like Kazuya and Heihachi, you know, it's more subtle. Jin's one's a bit more obvious. So that's why. And you know, you got this as well, which is a good move, tracking move. It's not on my list, mainly because I forgot to put it in there. No, I'm guilty. I do like this because it's a tracking move, and it's a counter hit like launcher as well. No, it's a counter hit launcher. With the right timing, you can get a juggle off it. So this is a good move as well. It tracks, you know, it's quick. So yeah, but I put Hell Sweep as number 2, you know. But yeah, but I do love this move as well. I kind of forgot to put it in my list. See, there's so many good moves. I just don't have enough space to put them in. It's so annoying. All right, so at number 1, I put you guys know what it is. It's his electric. Well, that's like the Mishima's to go to move, right? His is a high, but it's good now because it launches on counter. And it doesn't launch on counter anymore. I mean, it does launch on counter, but it doesn't have to be a counter to launch. It just needs to connect if you do the just frame version. Remember, the just frame version just means perfect timing. You have to press a triangle at the same time as you press down forward. So there's the input there. So so it's forward, down, forward, down, forward. And I press triangle at the same time. Forget about the forward and the triangle and the other. So just the first 3 is what you're looking at. If I do it like this, it doesn't work because look, I press forward the triangle after the down forward. So what you want to do? See? Forget about the last 2 inputs. It's just the first 3 that you're interested in, that you could just about see, like the forward, down, and then down, forward, triangle at the same time. That's a just frame version. So yeah, his electric wind hook fist. So it launches now. They buffed it up, and you're good. It just puts you in an instant tailspin, which you can combo off of anyway. So it's not a full launcher, but you can still do damage to compensate. So yeah, those are my top 10 Jin moves. I managed to keep this video under 15 minutes. Yes. So yeah, Jin has other great moves that like I said, the tracking move 4. I love that move. You know, it's one of the best tracking moves in the game. I just forgot to put it in my list. But it is one of my favorite moves in general. But it is one of my favorite moves in general. 4. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video.